Back here at Fort Lupton High School, where we are getting ready for the Fort Morgan Lady Mustangs against the Fort Lupton Lady Blue Devils. Trying to see who they have starting here tonight for the Fort Morgan Mustangs. The Fort Morgan starting lineup is brought to you by Cargill Beef. Cargill Beef is committed to feeding the world in a responsible way by reducing environmental impact and continuously improving products and processes. Learn about Cargill's story of commitment at www.cargill.com. So starting tonight for the Lady Mustangs is freshman Allie Keller, senior Lauren Staley, senior Christina Frick, and it looks like junior Lindsay Nestor and senior Aurora Baca. And starting for the Lady Blue Devils is sophomore Yariska Delgado, sophomore Johnny Heron, senior Dominique Castanuela, junior Georgie Heron, and a freshman Celicia Fletcher.
And now, your Fort Lupton Lady Blue Devils. Number 2.
So tonight is Aurora Baca getting the start, and not Abby Mussman. Abby Mussman has been starting here
Number 5, sophomore.
the last couple of games, but she will be coming off the bench to bring in some support from the bench tonight.
Number 15, senior Dominique Castro.
As the Lady the Lady Blue Devils are now
Number 21, junior
being introduced, and as they introduce, they go along, and looks like they're throwing, I thought they were first throwing some t-shirts. I'm not sure what the last lady threw. It looked like maybe some candy or something. I can't tell what they're doing, but the Fort Morgan ladies head coach is Jim Krackemeyer, assistant coaches Jeff Moore, Meg Fowl, and Holly Norris. The head coach for the Lady Blue Devils is Joseph Gutierrez. So we will get the opening tip here in just a second. The opening tip is brought to you by Ingmar Phillips Insurance. With 2 locations in Brush and Fort Morgan, Ingmar Phillips can help you with your home, car, health, or life insurance questions or needs. So jumping for the Lady Mustangs will be Christina Frick. So we'll see if the Mustangs can get out to an early lead here and put a little pressure on the Blue Devils, as they're only scoring 24 points a game. The Lady Mustangs are at 40.2. So the Mustangs, at least according to the paper, if the Mustangs play their game like they should, they come away victorious here. The opening tip is won by Christina Frick. As Keller now with the ball. That ball is going to be tipped out of bounds, but retained by the Mustangs on the far side. Excuse me. As Frick looks to inbounds, she does to Keller. Keller now goes down the right side all the way for the layup. Up and good. Nice screen set out there by Lauren Staley. Keller with the first 2 points of the night for the Mustangs. Now Keller is out on Delgado. Passes it over to James. She is going to be, there's going to be a 3-second call, so a turnover by the Blue Devils. We'll see. It looks like the Blue Devils want to put a little pressure on the Mustangs here. Not too much. They're just picking up man-to-man. Lazy pass, though, by Keller, and it's knocked out of bounds by Delgado. So the Mustangs will throw in here near side, just to the left of the Blue Devils bench. They get it into Keller. Nice screen there by Staley. Now Keller looks to get it out, but it's going to be thrown away, and it's going to be taken by Heron. So a turnover by the Mustangs. Layup is going to be up and no good. Rebounded by Frick, but taken away from her in the backcourt by Delgado. So some sloppy play here early on for the Lady Mustangs. Now Heron's shot is up and no good. Rebounded by Lauren Staley. She gets the ball up court quickly and into the front court. Now to Keller. As Baca looks to set up underneath, but Lauren Staley from the corner is up and no good. Rebounded by Frick. Frick to Nestor. Nestor is going to be called. Oh, they're going to have a foul called. She was pushed. And that will go on Heron. Team first, her first. First foul of the ball game here as we're early into the first quarter of play. Now it's going to be knocked out of bounds by Lindsay Nestor. So not a good inbounds play there for the Mustangs. But they still do lead 2-0 here with 6:38 to go first period. As Delgado gets the ball up court being guarded by Keller. Now they kick it off to Heron on the far side. Kicks it back out to James out high. Now over to Delgado. Oh, they called an offensive foul on Fletcher. I wasn't sure she was pointing at the Fort Morgan bench at first. I'm not sure who they called that on. Okay, they are giving it to Fort Morgan. I thought Fort Lupton was, I have it for Fletcher, but I thought Fort Morgan, they get it in to Lauren Staley on the break, but it's taken away from her. And then Nestor has it, and she gets it out to Baca. Keller now is going to be called for the travel, so quick turnovers here by the Lady Mustangs. So you just need to slow down and run their offense. Staley had the breakaway, and then it was taken away from her, and things just went downhill from there on that play. So Delgado is going to be tipped out of bounds by Staley. Nice hustle job by Lauren to get the ball out of bounds to let Fort Lupton now set up the inbounds play as they get it into Castanuela. Now back to Delgado. Out on the wing is Heron. She picks it up to James. She's being guarded by Frick. Now they're going to call Frick for the reach. First foul on Frick. First team foul for the Mustangs. As Vasquez gets it in to Delgado. Keeps the dribble alive against Keller. Now she picks it up. Pass is going to be underneath. It was a good play, just could not be held on to by Delgado. So another turnover by the Lady Blue Devils as Frick now to inbound as she gets it into Keller. As Fort Lupton Lady Blue Devils pick them up half court. Now they're going to be a hand check out high on the other side, and that will go against James, her first. 3 team fouls on the Lady Blue Devils, only 1 so far on the Lady Mustangs. Frick to inbounds far side. They get it into Keller. Keller picks up her dribble. Now she gets it off to Staley. Frick sets the screen. Little jumper by Staley is up and no good, but rebounded by Frick. Her shot is up and no good. Frick ends up with it, and she tries to go up, and she is going to be fouled. So nice job on the boards early on here for Frick. And that will be the second on James. So that will send Frick to the line to shoot a pair. First shot is up and no good. Trinidad Benham, you have the option of selling your beans on the spot or storing product in their facilities for future transactions. Just give them a call at 970-522-3595. The second shot is also off the back of the rim and no good. Rebounded by Heron. Delgado now with it as she gets it across half court over to Castanuela. Being guarded by Baca, they kick it back out front to Heron. Now to Delgado on the left side. She drives it into the lane, kicks it back out to Jimenez. As the Lady Blue Devils just passing the ball around here, killing some time, trying to get their offense set up. A nice defense here by the Lady Mustangs. It is taken away by Frick. So nice job by Frick on that defensive end of knock that ball away and then come up with the steal. Lindsay Nestor on the left side. Her little layup is going to be up and good from the left side for Lindsay Nestor. Her first 2 of the night. Fort Morgan 4, Fort Lupton 0 here with 4:23 to go here in the first period of play. As Jimenez gets the ball taken away by Lauren Staley. Lauren Staley going to take it all the way down for the layup, but she misses it. Rebounded by Frick from the left side. So 6-0 here. We're going to have a 30-second timeout taken by the Lady Blue Devils, so we'll just keep it here. So a nice job here so far by the Lady Mustangs. Early on here we have the Mustangs with 4 turnovers. It looks like the Fort Lupton Blue Devils also with 4 rebounding leads the way for the Mustangs 3-1. So we'll see if Coach Krackemeyer looks to bring somebody in, and he does. Looks like Aurora Baca comes out, and Allie Keller and Lindsay Nestor take a seat as Kinsey Winsheimer, Abby Mussman, and Haley Lewis come in for the Lady Mustangs, as it will be Lady Blue Devils ball near court here as they do get it up, and they do get it across half court with Jimenez. The ball is going to be knocked and taken away. Frick ends up with the ball. Frick now to Staley, but she's going to end up losing it out of bounds. Not a real good pass. Kind of handcuffed Staley there and lost it out of bounds. So full court pressure here by the Lady Mustangs on the Blue Devils as they look to get it in, and they get it into Delgado. Now to Jimenez. Jimenez cross court to Vasquez, and she holds it out high, being guarded by Mussman. She loses the dribble pretty much, and then jump ball is going to be called. Nice job by Mussman. The ball will stay with Fort Lupton on the jump arrow as they look to get the ball in. They do get it into Delgado. Going to have a foul called on Haley Lewis on the reach. Be her first, team's second. Vasquez looks to get the ball in right baseline of their basket. They get it into the corner to Delgado with Castanuela, and her shot is up and no good. Rebounded by Frick. Frick on the layup from the right side is going to take it all the way down, but it's going to be taken away by Delgado. Now Frick takes it back, and she has a shot from the right side. Her shot is no good, but rebounded and put up by Staley. Her first 2 points of the night. Fort Morgan up 8-0 here with 3:10 to go first period. Now as Vasquez gets it off to Jimenez. Jimenez gets it out to Delgado. She's almost out to center circle. Now back across court to Jimenez. Screen set up there. Now they're going to kick it back outside to Castillo. Delgado now being into the lane. They're going to call a foul. They're going to call a 2-shot foul. That's going to go on Frick. That will be her second. So we'll see if Coach Krackemeyer chooses to bring her out. And it looks like he will. That will, going to the line is Delgado for the 2. And that first shot is up and good. First points of the night for the Lady Blue Devils. Novus Auto Glass. Novus Auto Glass repair and replacement. Novus, get you back on the road. Second shot is going to be off the side and no good. Rebounded by Lewis. She kicks it out to Staley with 2:41 to go. The Mustangs up 8-1. Now Mussman with the ball. Nice screen. Tipped away. Staley with the wraparound layup, but no good. Knocked out of bounds by the Mustangs. So the Lady Blue Devils will inbounds as they do get it in, but knocked out by Staley. So the Blue Devils will retain possession on the far side as they look to get it into Castanuela, and she's going to get the ball down to Delgado. Delgado now to Jimenez, and she loses it out of bounds. Now the Fort Lupton would like to change a couple of player anyway. Morgan comes in for Jimenez. So full court pressure here by the Lady Mustangs. So they get it into Mussman. She goes across half court now. It's going to be underneath to Lewis. Nice job by Lewis, but she ends up, when she comes down, I think she bounced it off her knee and out of bounds. So a turnover by the Lady Mustangs, still leading 8-1 with 2:15 to go first period. So they get it down to Delgado, who is being guarded by Staley. Delgado kicks it over to Castillo. Now they kick it back out to Morgan, who just came into the game. Back to Castillo. They're just trying to run an offense here to get something open. Nice job by Staley to tip that ball out of bounds on the pass going to the corner. Staley comes out. Keller comes in for the Mustangs. 1:50 to go here, first period of play. Lady Mustangs up 8-1. Now the ball's tipped into the back court. Keller with it in the layup, and she is going to be... They finally called a foul. Took the gal coming down behind him, and a while before they finally called the foul on the layup. And that will go against Morgan. That will send Keller to the line to shoot a pair. For scoring updates throughout the course of the basketball season, follow us on Twitter. First shot is in and out at B106 or on our B106 Facebook page. So far the Lady Mustangs are 0 for 3. Keller hits that second. 3 points on the night for Keller. Nice steal by Keller on the inbounds play. But then she throws it away as she tries to get Lewis into the paint. So Delgado with the ball out at midcourt. Now she kicks it off to Morgan. Far side, Delgado is up and no good. Rebounded by Nestor. We have 1:18 to go here. First period of play. Keller bringing the ball up court with the Lady Mustangs up 9-1. As they get into Lewis. Lewis goes up with a shot. It's going to be over the rim and no good. Rebounded initially by Morgan, but there's going to be a tie-up, and that should belong to the Lady Mustangs. Now as Aurora Baca and Lauren Staley come in for Kinsey Winsheimer and Haley Lewis. With 1:06 to go. First period of play. She looks to get the ball in. Finally does to Staley in the right corner. Staley's shot is up and no good, but rebounded by Castanuela. She picks it up and gives it off to Delgado. Now they're going to set up their offense. You get it to James. She drives the left baseline. Shot is up and no good. Rebounded by Castanuela, but I think there's going to be a foul on the rebound. We'll see who they put that on. Maybe there wasn't a foul. Must have just been must have been out of bounds, I guess. I'm not sure what the call was there. 45 seconds to go here, first period of play. Now there will be a foul called. I think that was on Staley. So it will be her first, team fourth. As James looks to get the ball in, she does into the corner. And that is Fletcher. Fletcher now out to Castillo. Back over to Morgan as they throw the ball around here with under 30 seconds, 28 seconds to go. Ball underneath, but it's going to be tipped and finally taken away by Abby Mussman with 21 seconds to go. Kicks it off to Staley. Staley's layup is going to be up and good from the right side. 4 points on the night for Staley. 11-1 Fort Morgan. Keller has her shot blocked with 6.9 seconds to go here, first period of play. Lady Mustangs up 11-1 as they look to inbounds, get one more shot here before this period ends as they get it into Staley. Staley head fakes, then it's going to be taken away by Fort Lupton with no time left. So at the end of one, the Lady Mustangs lead the Lady Blue Devils 11-1 on B106 and B106.com. Back here at the start of the second period of play, the Mustangs and Blue Devils each with 9 turnovers apiece. The Lady Mustangs lead in the rebounding category 8-5. So Lindsay Nestor, Lauren Staley, Aurora Baca, Abby Mussman, and Allie Keller on the floor for the Lady Mustangs to start this second period of play, as they will have first possession to start off the second period of play. So they get it into Staley. Far side, picks up her dribble. Now they're going to call her for the walk. Turnover right away. She wasn't sure what they called or why they called it, but I didn't. He was trying to explain it to her, I guess. So Fort Lupton now to throw this ball around here a little bit, get an offense set up now as they get it into Castanuela. Deep shot by Heron. That shot is going to be up and good. I didn't catch who got that basket. Flores. It'll be Fletcher, excuse me, with the bucket. No, foul at this end of the court on Castanuela, her first. As Keller to inbounds for the Lady Mustangs. Frick in for Nestor. Coach Krackemeyer holds up 3 fingers, as that is probably the play number 3. Called it for 5 seconds. That was a quick 5 seconds to get the ball in. 11-3, Fort Morgan leads here early in the second period of play. Delgado, they get the ball up court. It looks like it will be kept by the Blue Devils as they fought for it on the floor. Delgado out high. It's going to be taken away by Lauren Staley. She's going to try to take it down the left sideline. She is going to be fouled and nothing called. Tipped away by the Fort Lupton Blue Devils and down court. Heron now with it as they get it into Castanuela. Her shot from the right side is going to be up and good. So a 4-0 start here for the Blue Devils here in this second period of play, and now they're going to call a carry as Keller was bouncing the ball and then caught it on her hip and bounced it again. So the Lady Mustangs need to get their composure set. They have already 3 turnovers here in the second period of play. As Heron gets it to Castanuela, and her shot is going to be up and good. So a 6-0 run here brings this game down to a 4-point lead for the Lady Mustangs. Now Keller's pass is well over the head of Abby Mussman and out of bounds. So Winsheimer in for Keller. So we'll see what Fort Lupton wants to do as they bring out Castanuela. She had the last 4 points, and they bring her out and put her on the bench. So they'll go somewhere else for their points. They will drive it all the way down the right side, and no good. Rebounded by Frick as she gets it out to Staley. Staley off to the left side to Winsheimer. Winsheimer drives it down the left side. Her shot is going to be up and no good, but blocked out of bounds. Staley to trigger it in for the Lady Mustangs. And they need to get it in. They get it into Mussman in the corner. Now Aurora Baca underneath. She kicks it back out to Mussman. Staley now, she is hooked. And that will be Fletcher with her second. So that should send Staley to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. Seven-team fouls on the Lady Blue Devils, only 4 on the Lady Mustangs. Nice shot there by Staley as it goes in. So she will earn a second as Haley Lewis comes in for Aurora Baca. Stubbs Gas and Oil. Make Stubbs Gas and Oil your next stop. Heading out of town during your visit, you can gas up your vehicle, sit down to lunch, get snacks, and your hunting and fishing licenses. Find everything you need at low prices at Stubbs Gas and Oil in Wiggins. So did they call? I thought it had gone in, but must have been a lane violation on the Lady Mustangs as they did not give her that second free throw. So now Hilton gets the ball up to Delgado, still in the back court, being guarded by Winsheimer. Shot is going to be up and no good, but rebounded by the Lady Blue Devils, taken away finally by Frick. She picks up her dribble. Now she needs some help. She gets it off to Winsheimer. Winsheimer now to Mussman out three-point line, out on the high left side. Now cross court to Winsheimer, now underneath to Haley Lewis. Shot is up and good by Lewis. Nice job by the Mustangs to find the post player under there. Now it's going to be thrown out of bounds by the Lady Blue Devils as pressure from the Lady Mustangs forced another turnover. So now they get it underneath again to Lewis. Lewis's shot is going to be up and no good. Rebounded by the Lady Mustangs. Now the Blue Devils. Now they're going to have a jump ball called. Possession ball to the Fort Lupton Blue Devils. Going to be a 30-second timeout here taken by Coach Krackemeyer, so we'll just keep it here. This Fort Morgan timeout is brought to you by Ehrlich Toyota East. Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Ehrlich Toyota East in Fort Morgan will fit you into the car or truck of your choice. Serving all of Northeast Colorado, Ehrlich Toyota East. So here in this second period of play, the Mustangs with 4 turnovers. Fort Lupton with 3. Each team with 2 rebounds here in the second period of play. Mustangs lead 14-7 with 4:51 to go. Second period of play. As the Blue Devils will inbounds here at the near court. They will have to go the length of the court as Hilton looks to get the ball in. She does to Delgado. Lady Mustangs still with pressure here in the back court. They do get it back to Hilton. Still in the back court. As they will call the over. Oh, it's a 10-second. I thought maybe it was over and back, but she did not get both of her feet in the ball across the mid-court line before the 10-second count came up. So turnover Fort Lupton as the Mustangs will take over. So they get it to Winsheimer out on the left wing. Now to Haley Lewis. Lewis underneath to Frick. Now Frick is going to be undercut. So foul. Okay, we have a timeout here. Okay. Yep, back on here. We had a little technical difficulty here. Sorry about that. Lady Mustangs up 8, 17-9 with 3:33 to go here in the second period of play. Mustangs were up 10 at the end of the first period of play, 11-1. But this was just a 30-second timeout, but apparently it was a full timeout. But that's all right. We're going to be Fort Lupton ball far corner. As it looks like Castanuela will, it's Fort Morgan ball, excuse me. Frick to inbounds on the far side. She gets it into Nestor. But as Fort Lupton was trying to get the steal on the ball, they did step out of bounds. So Fort Morgan will inbound once again as they get it into Keller. Keller is tripped, but nothing called, and they lose possession as Castillo gets it over to Vasquez, still in the back court. Looks like Fort Morgan has backed off their half-court press here a little bit. Now to Castillo. Her shot is going to be off the backboard and no good. Rebounded by Keller. Nice job by Keller on the box out as Lauren Staley now brings it down off and out of through the hands of Lewis. So a turnover by the Lady Mustangs. Still up 17-9. A couple of substitutions here for the Lady Blue Devils as Heron comes in for Heron. We have a sister pair here, I believe. Johnny and Georgie for the Lady Blue Devils. Now it looks like that ball is going to be off of the Mustangs and out of bounds on the far side. So Heron to inbounds as she will get it in to Castanuela. Castanuela had the 4 points here early on in the second period of play. Then they set her down. Now she's come back in. Now pass underneath. Her layup is going to be up and good. They need to keep track of her. That's 6 points on the night for Castanuela all here in the second period of play. Mustangs up 6, 17-11 with 2:32 to go and counting here in the second quarter of play. Staley now has it knocked away from her as they get it to Delgado. Delgado gets it down court. They're going to call a foul on Frick on the layups. That will be 3 on Frick. So we'll see who they send to the line. That will send Delgado to the line to shoot 2. South Platte Sentinel. Get the most comprehensive news, sports, and opinion from the South Platte Sentinel. Visit their website at southplatinelsentinel.com. First free throw is off the rim and no good. So she will shoot a second. Farmers Insurance Agency, Brenda Robinet, your farmer's agent, will work to provide unique, customized coverage at an affordable price. Second shot also no good, but rebounded by Castanuela. Her shot is no good, but they're going to be a tie-up on the rebound. So that will be possession arrow Lady Blue Devils with 2:17 to go here, second period. 17-11, Fort Morgan with a 6-point lead. So they get it underneath now, taken away and then taken back by, it's like a little rugby going on out here. Abby Mussman now to Keller. Keller's layup is going to be up and good. Nice feed by Mussman to Keller. Keller finishes off at the bucket. 8-point lead, 19-11 as they get it to Castanuela. Now a deep pass over to Jimenez. Now Castanuela from the right side. Her shot is up and no good. Rebounded by Vasquez as now it's going to be an over and back as it goes into the back court. So another turnover by the Lady Blue Devils, as they will inbound right of their basket with Keller. Looks to get it in. They get it into Staley. Staley shot from the right side. Looks good, but it's off the rim and no good. Finally rebounded by Vasquez as Heron gets it up down court. Gets off to Castanuela. Now cross court to Castillo. A 3 is going to be taken. That's off the backboard and no good. Rebounded by Nestor. She gets it into the hand of Keller with 1 minute and 10 seconds to go here. Second period of play as they get it into Lewis. Nice pass to Lewis from Mussman. As Lewis with 4 points here in the second quarter. Up to a 10-point lead, 21-11 as Heron stops her dribble, gives it to Castanuela. Now down court to Jimenez. Now over into the corner. Shot is going to be up and no good, but knocked out of bounds by Vasquez. So Fort Morgan will take over possession of the ball. Aurora Baca comes in for Nestor. So nice job by Nestor so far here tonight. She has 2 points that came in the first quarter of play. As Baca will inbounds for the Lady Mustangs. She gets it into Staley with 45 seconds up to Keller. Keller gets it down all the way to the left side. And it should be. He said she just lost it out of bounds on the far side to a turnover by the Lady Mustangs with 38.1 seconds. Winsheimer comes in for Keller. Lady Mustangs still up 10, 21-11 with 38.1 seconds to go here in the first half of play as they get it in to Castillo. Castillo to Castanuela. Still in the back court, and they get it over to Castillo again. Jimenez now on the far side. Nice job by Lewis to shut her off from going any farther. Now it's going to be a pass out of bounds with 22.3 seconds to go by the Lady Blue Devils. So Fort Morgan will have a chance for a last shot here of this first half if that's what they wish to do with 22.3 seconds. As they get it into Staley. Staley takes it all the way to the bucket, then she kicks it out to Mussman. Now Haley Lewis with the rebound and putback, but the shot comes up short, but she is fouled, and that will go against Heron, and that will be Johnny Heron, her second. So Haley Lewis will go to the line to shoot a couple. First one is up and good by Lewis. Atwood Steakhouse, home of the $8.95 dinner menu during the week and best prime rib on Friday and Saturdays. B&J Plumbing can handle all your plumbing needs from clogged drains to a major construction project. Just give them a call at 522-3828. Next shot is up and no good by Lewis. We're down to 10 seconds and counting here with Castanuela. Still the ball in the back court. Fort Morgan comes up with it. Lewis didn't have to shoot it that quick. There was 5 seconds on the clock. Now there's going to be a shot by Fort Lupton, and that comes up well short. So at the end of the first half, the Lady Mustangs lead 22-11 over the Lady Blue Devils. We will be back with the halftime show after this message on B106 and B106.com. Back here at Fort Lupton High School with about a minute 45 to go here left, still in the halftime. Both teams have come back out onto the floor getting warmed up here. Both teams are, Fort Lupton is just a little under their average. They're sitting at 11 points and they're averaging 24.8 points a game. The Lady Mustangs are averaging 40.2 and they're sitting at 22 points. So they're just a little bit over their average. So both teams about right where they should be as far as the scoring averages here for the year goes. Leading for the Lady Mustangs during the year, I think I might have told you this before, that the Lauren Staley leads rebounding with 68. She has 20 offensive rebounds, 48 defensive rebounds. So nice job by Lauren Staley. And then also Haley Lewis, a freshman, with 50, 24 on the offensive end, 26 on the defensive end. Allie Keller with 36, 14 offensive, 22 on the defensive end. A nice job here by the Lady Mustangs here in this first half of play, as they do have the 22-11 lead. So the rest of the lineup for the Lady Mustangs coming into the second half is going to be Christina Frick, Allie Keller, Lauren Staley, Aurora Baca, and Lindsay Nestor. As Fort Morgan will take possession to start off the second half of play. As the Lady Blue Devils send out Delgado, Heron, both Herons it looks like, Castanuela, and I believe Fletcher. So Keller with possession for the Lady Mustangs. She gets it to Lauren Staley. Lauren Staley runs it down on the left baseline. Gets it to Nestor. They're going to call a 3-second call. I think Lindsay Nestor was in the lane a little too long. The ball did come to her, but she started dribbling. If she'd have just went up with it, they'd have been fine. Delgado, they get it over to Castanuela. Now cross court to Delgado. They get it into the front court. Now as the Lady Mustangs in there. Looks like it's more of a, it is a man-to-man defense. I thought maybe they were, that looks like they're set kind of a 2-3 zone defense. As Delgado looks to fake, and then she does get it off to Heron on the right side. She passes it back out to her sister. Now over to Delgado on the left side into Castanuela, back out to Heron. Delgado on the left side. Castanuela once again on the left elbow. She dribbles it down to the left baseline. She kicks it out to Delgado. So running a lot of time, and then the pass is intercepted by Keller, and she takes it from the left side, and she is going to be fouled on the layup. And she will go to the line. That is a foul on Delgado, her first. So that will send Keller to the line to shoot a pair to start off this second half of play. And her first shot is off the rim and no good. But she will get a second. Smart Parts, your family's safety is their main concern. So let the trained professionals take care of you when you need a windshield repaired. Second shot was good. (23-11) Mustangs. As Delgado gets it all the way down into the lane, and her layup is going to be up and good. 5 points on the night for Delgado. Keller picks up her dribble. Now she gets it off to Nestor. Left baseline, her little jumper from the left side is going to be up and over the rim. Delgado with the rebound. She gets it off to Heron. Back to Delgado. 6:10 to go here, third period. Lady Mustangs up 23-13. Heron out on the left wing gets it to Heron now underneath the Castanuela. She looks to, there's going to be a foul called on Aurora Baca on the block. She needs to learn to slide her feet so she can stay in front of her and not just try to block her out. So Baca with her first team foul in the second half of play as Fletcher comes out for the Lady Blue Devils. And Morgan goes in. Now Morgan, Heron over to Delgado, to Castanuela, back to Delgado as she takes into the lane. Now kick back out to the outside. Her shot is over the rim and no good. Rebounded by Frick as she gets it to Keller. Keller now gets it to Nestor out high on the right side. They're going to call the offensive foul on Nestor. She leads with her right arm. It's going to be her first. So Fort Lupton inbounds far side, three-quarter court. As Delgado being guarded by Keller. Kicks it off to Heron out on the right side. She picks up her dribble. Now to Heron out on the top, over to Delgado, left wing. Now to Heron out high. Passes it over to her sister. Now to Castanuela. Her little jumper from the right side is going to go out, in and out. So rebounded by Baca for the Lady Mustangs. Staley now gets it off to Nestor. Nestor out on the right wing. Picks up her dribble. Gets it over to Staley. Staley's little layup is going to be up and no good. Rebounded. And tie up on the rebound. And possession arrow looks like to the Lady Blue Devils with 5:01 to go here. Third period, 23-13, Lady Mustangs. Castanuela now with it. Fort Morgan with their full court pressure again. Heron now they're going to call a foul on Keller on the reach. Her first. So Heron to throw it in for the Lady Blue Devils. She gets it into Delgado back court. She being guarded by Keller. Keller, nice job on her. And that's going to be tipped, almost taken down court by Frick, but just knocked out of bounds. Looks like Fort Morgan doing some substitution here. Winsheimer, Lewis, and Mussman come in for Keller, Baca, and Nestor. So the Lady Blue Devils make a switch with Heron out and Jimenez in. Castanuela gets it in to Delgado. Screen by Castanuela. Layup is up and no good. Going to be a foul over the back. Nice job by Lewis to get position, but there's going to be an over the back foul called. And that looks to be on Castanuela. Will be her second. So 3 team fouls on the Lady Mustangs, 2 on the Lady Blue Devils as pass underneath. Nice job by Staley to get it to Lewis on the fast break. So Lewis with 7 points on the night, her first 2 of the third period. As Delgado picks it up, she gets it over to Castanuela, down court to Heron. Heron's shot is up and no good, rebounded by Lewis. Nice strong job by Lewis. Now they get it up to Staley. She gets it across midcourt. Keeps the dribble alive out there with 4 minutes to go here, third period. The Lady Mustangs up 25-13. Lauren Staley from the left baseline, shot is up and no good. Looks like it's going to be tipped out of bounds off of Fort Lupton. So Fort Morgan will inbounds left baseline of their basket. With Lauren Staley to inbounds. They do get it into Lewis to Winsheimer to Abby Mussman. Now to Staley in the lane. Her layup is going to be up and good. And there is a foul on the layup. So Staley, nice drive to the bucket. And that foul is going to go on Delgado, her second. So Fort Morgan has outscored the Lady Blue Devils 5-2 here in this second half of play. So Staley will go to the line to shoot 1, where she is 1 of 2 so far. Her shot is going to be up and good for Staley. So 10 points on the night for Staley. She leads all scorers here at the game. Another turnover by the Lady Blue Devils. Staley now tries to get it to Lewis, but she throws it at her feet. Now a jump ball is going to be called. That will be possession arrow Mustangs. So Staley to inbounds left baseline. She looks to get it in. They do get it into to Lewis. They get it out to Winsheimer, over to Mussman. To Staley into the lane. Staley gets it over to Winsheimer. She saves it. No, didn't save it. She ended up going out of bounds. So turnover to the Fort Lupton Lady Blue Devils with 3:25 to go. The Lady Mustangs up 28-13 as they get the ball into Castillo. Now Castanuela in the backcourt. She gets it up cross court to Morgan. Now they're going to have a jump ball called as Haley Lewis reaches in. She reached in once and pulled her hands back, then reached in again like she was not supposed to be doing that. And they finally called the jump ball. So possession arrow Blue Devils. There's going to be a reach foul, and that will be on Winsheimer, her first. So Blue Devils inbounds left baseline of their basket as Delgado comes in. And Morgan takes a seat for the Lady Blue Devils. Heron looks to get the ball in. Get it into the corner to Delgado. Now they're going to get it back under Castanuela. Her shot is way wild off the backboard and no good. Knocked out of bounds by the Blue Devils. Fort Morgan will take possession. Baseline. Now the Fort Lupton with some full court pressure as they get it into Staley. Staley gets it across half court down the lane. She's going to hand it off to Lewis, but Lewis loses it for a minute. Now they're going to have a jump ball called on the shot. So possession arrow Lady Mustangs. As Keller looks to come back in And she will come in for Staley, will give her a rest. Nestor will also come in for the Lady Mustangs, and Frick will come out. Frick really the only one with any type of foul trouble. She has 3. Keller, Staley, Winsheimer, Lewis, Nestor, Baca, all with 1. So you get the ball into Mussman. Mussman underneath Haley Lewis. Nice little dump pass to Lewis. Lewis up with the 2. 9 points on the night for Lewis. 30-13 Lady Mustangs. And the ball is off of the foot of Castillo. And finally, looked like she was standing on the baseline, but they didn't call it, as Fort Lupton continues with possession, as the coach would like them to just step it back out and start this offense over again. The shot is going to be up and no good by Delgado, finally taken away by Keller. Then taken away by the Lady Blue Devils. I think Keller is hurt in the back court. Delgado's shot is up and no good. Rebounded though by Jimenez, and her shot is going to be up and good. I'm not sure why they didn't. I've seen them stop that before, even when the other team has the ball, but they didn't stop the possession. I didn't see what she did out there. I think we're going to go ahead and take a break here with the Lady Mustangs up 30-15 with 2:03 to go here in the third period on B106 and B106.com. Fort Morgan gets the ball into Staley. Now underneath to Lewis. Nice dish to Lewis as she puts the jumper up from the left side. So 6 points here in the third period for Lewis, 11 on the night. As Fort Morgan comes up with their press defense once again. Going to get it underneath though to Fletcher. Nice job by Abby Mussman to block it, and then it goes off of Castanuela and out of bounds. So turnover by the Blue Devils as Fort Morgan put on the pressure. They get the ball in, and Staley was tripped and goes down and nothing called. Now the ball is going to be tipped out of bounds by Heron away from Winsheimer. Possession Fort Morgan with 1:35 to go, 32-15 Mustangs. As they get it into Abby Mussman, left baseline. And it's going to be taken away underneath, and Delgado brings it up court. Now she's going to back it out a little bit. Try to get their offense set up with Heron. She drives it to the free throw lane. Her shot is up and no good. Rebounded by Lewis. Nice strong rebound by Lewis. She gets it off to Staley. Staley over to the right wing to Mussman. Now to Winsheimer on the right wing, excuse me. Now they're going to have a blocking foul along the right baseline. That looks like that will go against Heron, her third. And that is Johnny Heron, a sophomore. So Staley looks to get the ball in, and they get it into Mussman. Mussman now cross court to Staley. Staley's going to be called for the travel as she tries to do the head fake, but she will be called for the travel now as Vasquez comes in, and Heron will take a seat for the Lady Blue Devils. So we have Staley, Winsheimer, Mussman, Nestor, and Lewis on the floor for the Lady Mustangs. We're down to 45 seconds here in the third period with the Lady Mustangs up 32-15. Nice hustle by Haley Lewis to knock the ball out of bounds in front of the Blue Devil bench. So the Blue Devils will inbounds just in front of their bench with 41.4 seconds to go. With Heron to trigger the ball in. She gets it into Castanuela. Castanuela drives it down, and she'll kick it out to Delgado, three-point line. Now out to Heron, out at the point. Delgado now out on the right wing. They're going to call a foul on Kinsey Winsheimer. It looked like there should have been a double dribble. It looked like Delgado had picked the ball up after she had dribbled, but they didn't call it. So we're down to 27.1 seconds. Lady Blue Devils get the ball into Delgado. Out at the point now to Heron out on the right wing. Drives it to the paint. Now a three is going to be up and good by Delgado. I believe that is the first three of the night for either team. 32-18. Staley all the way to the bucket from the right side is up and good. 34-18, down to no time left here in the third period. So nice job as the Mustangs answered that three with a two. So at the end of three, the Lady Mustangs up 34-18 on B106 and B106.com. Back here to start the fourth period of play, where the Lady Mustangs are up 34-18 over the Lady Blue Devils of Fort Lupton. Lady Mustangs outscored the Blue Devils 12-7 in that third period. So let's see who comes up. The Blue Devils will take first possession here of the fourth period. So next jump ball will go to the Lady Mustangs through the hands of Castanuela. Turnover by the Lady Blue Devils into the hands of the Mustangs. As Staley now brings the ball down, gets it off to Winsheimer out on the left wing. Drives it into the paint. Shot from the free throw line is up and good by Winsheimer for her first two of the night. So 18-point lead here for the Lady Mustangs early in the fourth period of play. Now a deep pass is going to be well over the head of Delgado from Castanuela. So Fort Morgan will inbounds in front of the Blue Devil bench. With Frick to inbound, she gets it in to Staley. Staley on to the right side. Serena Wells has now checked in for the Mustangs. Three from the right side is up and no good by Winsheimer. Tie up with Baca and Castanuela, so possession to the Lady Mustangs. What in the hell they called a foul? One time they'll call a foul, next time they call a jump ball, so you never know. So that was a foul on Aurora Baca. 5 on the Mustangs, 4 team fouls on the Lady Blue Devils. As Fort Morgan with their pressure defense once again. Heron gets the ball up cross court. Picks up her dribble, but she is going to be called for the shuffle on the far side. So turnover to the Mustangs. As Baca, Wells, Winsheimer, Staley, and Frick on the floor for the Mustangs. They get it to Winsheimer. Winsheimer's shot is going to be blocked. They're going to call that a jump. So that will go to the Mustangs. Possession arrow will switch after this ball is thrown in as they get it into Wells. Wells now to Winsheimer. Winsheimer over on the left corner, but it's off of Heron and out of bounds, so Fort Morgan will retain possession in the left corner. Still up 18, 36-18. So they get it into Wells. Get some playing time for Serena. She drives it all the way down the right side. Now they call a jump. So that possession arrow to the Lady Blue Devils. Now as Delgado being guarded by Winsheimer, still in the back court. Castanuela takes it down to the right baseline. Now she kicks it out to Delgado for a three, and that is off the rim and no good. Rebounded by Staley, but she loses it. Oh, they're going to call it off of Fort Lupton. It looked like it might have been off of Staley, but Frick to inbounds as she gets it into Winsheimer. 6:24 to go here, fourth period. Now there's going to be a foul called in the back court on Heron. That will be her fourth. I believe that's only the 5th team foul on the Lady Blue Devils. So 5 team fouls apiece. As Hilton comes in for Fletcher for the Lady Blue Devils. Frick to inbounds, far side, half court. She gets it into Staley backcourt. She keeps her dribble alive. Now her pass is going to be tipped by Heron, by Delgado, and taken by Heron. Shot is going to be blocked by Staley and then out of bounds off of Frick. So Fort Lupton to inbounds left of their basket. Heron looks to get it in. They get it into Delgado in the corner. She dribbles it out to the left wing. Being guarded by Staley. She kicks it out to Jimenez out high. At the point now to Heron out over on the right side. She drives it down the right baseline, pulls up her dribble, now gets it out to Delgado. 3-point line, now back underneath. Shot is going to be up and no good by Hilton. Rebounded by Castanuela, taken by Baca. Now Staley looks down court, but does keep the dribble alive. Winsheimer for the 2 from the right side is up and no good. Rebounded off of a Heron and out of bounds. Mussman comes in for Winsheimer. As we are down to 5:31 here in the fourth period of play, the Lady Mustangs up 36-18 still. Serena Wells with the ball at the point. Now over to Staley. Staley gets a screen from Frick. Her shot is going to be off the rim and no good. Rebounded by the Blue Devils now as Delgado gets the ball up court to Castanuela. Now it's going to be through the hands of Jimenez and out of bounds, so possession Fort Morgan. 5:05 to go here, 36-18. We've been stuck on this score for a little while. Frick does get it into Staley. Staley sets up the offense. Left side to Mussman. Mussman dribbles into the paint all the way down the left side. Her layup is up and no good. Rebounded by Castanuela as she gets the ball up court to Heron. Heron for their layup from the right side is going to be up and good for her first 2 points of the night. Winsheimer and Lewis get ready to come in for the Lady Mustangs as they work their offense. Frick now to Staley on the left wing. Underneath the Frick. Nice pass to Frick. Little bunny from the left side is up and good for Frick. 5 points on the night for Christina. As they have a travel called as Heron was going to pass it off to Castanuela, and Castanuela wasn't looking. And she ended up kind of throwing it and then picking it up again. So have a 30-second timeout here by Fort Lupton, but we'll just keep it here. As the Lady Mustangs are up 38-20 with 4:16 to go here in the fourth period of play. Fort Morgan has outscored the Lady Blue Devils 4-2 here in the fourth period of play. Fouls for the Lady Mustangs. Frick with 3. Let's see, Baca and Winsheimer each with 2. Keller, Staley, Lewis, and Nestor each with 1. For the Blue Devils, Heron with 4. Fletcher, Castanuela, Heron, and Delgado each with 2. Vasquez and Morgan each with 1. So Fort Morgan inbounds at the scorer's table as the ball is tipped, then taken. I'm going to call it a jump, but that will stay possession Fort Morgan. So Frick still to inbounds just in the back court as they get the ball. What? Had a warning, I think, on Fort Lupton. I think she was too close. I don't know, she might have been standing on the out of bounds. She can go straight up, they're telling her, and she was leaning over out of bounds trying to block it. Now they get it in, but the ball is going to be taken by Heron. Turnover. Nice tip, though, by Frick to deflect the pass out of bounds, but still belongs to the Lady Blue Devils on the turnover. As Heron looks to get the ball in, she gets it into Delgado for a 3 from the right corner. It's up and good. So now 38-23 for the Lady Mustangs. Now a foul going to be called in the backcourt on Heron. That will be her 3rd. That is Georgie Heron. 16 fouls on the Blue Devils, 5 on the Lady Mustangs, with Frick to inbounds midcourt far side. She needs to get it in. They get it into Mussman. Musman picks up her dribble. Now underneath to Lewis. Lewis's shot is going to be up and no good, but she is going to be fouled on the play. I believe that's going to go on Morgan. We'll see if that's where they put it. That's who get it, her second. So that will send Lewis to the line to shoot a pair, where she is 1 of 2 so far on the night. Lewis's first free throw is up and good. What she does here with foul number 2, that is also good. So Fort Lupton to get the ball up court. Fort Morgan has backed off of their full court pressure now as Delgado tries to take it all the way down the lane, up and no good. Rebounded by Lewis as she gets it off to Winsheimer. Winsheimer to Frick. Frick down the left baseline underneath to Lewis. Her shot is up and no good, but she gets her own rebound. Shot is no good. She gets a rebound again. That shot no good. Musman gets the ball. The rebound. Her shot is no good, but there's going to be a foul called on that shot, as that will send Musman to the line to shoot 2. And that will go against Castanuela, her third. So Musman, scoreless on the night, will get a chance to get a couple of points here from the free throw line with the Lady Mustangs up 17, 40-23. Her first free throw is off the side of the rim and no good. ACI proudly supports local high school sports throughout Northeast Colorado. When you need ice, don't settle for just any old frozen water. Get AC Ice. You can find it at any local grocery or convenience store near you. Second shot was good for Musman, so she has one on the night. Now a foul called on the Lady Mustangs. And that will go against Winsheimer, her third. No shooting fouls yet, only 6 team fouls on the Lady Mustangs. Staley ready to come in for the Mustangs along with Wells and Baca. Winsheimer, Frick. Somebody has to go out. Nestor has to come out. Somebody has to leave. We have 6 on the floor. Lewis comes out. So 3:17 to go here in the game with the Mustangs up 41-23. Another 3 from the corners off the rim and no good. Rebounded by Heron. As Delgado now has it out at the point. Back to Heron as she drives it down the right baseline, but she's going to be fouled on the shot. And that will, I'm not sure who she called it on. Well, she said 23, but there is no 23. .33. Okay, that's going to go against Nestor. So that free throw was good. We'll see what. That is Heron at the free throw line. So she will get a second shot. That ball is up and good. As it is now 41-25 on the steal. The shot is up and good. That is by Jimenez. So 41-27. You get the ball to Musman. She gets it across court, picks up her dribble, but gets the ball to Lewis, or to Staley, but her pass into the lane is going to be taken away by Fort Lupton now as Heron drives it all the way down the lane, and she is going to be fouled on the shot by Musman. That'll be Musman's first to send Heron to the line to shoot 2 once again. She just did hit her last 2. Her first free throw is up and good. 3 of 3 from the free throw line tonight is Georgie Heron. Second shot is in and stays in. Looked like it was going to roll out. So 4 of 4 from the free throw line. 41-29. Lady Mustangs now down to a 12-point lead. So you get the ball to Serena Wells on the left side. should have either been a jump ball called because she did go up with it, and Lauren Staley's shot is going to go out of bounds and no foul called. You don't usually shoot balls like that, and I know Staley has a better shot than that. She was fouled on the play. The Lady Mustangs need to get back and play some defense here with the last 2:16. Three is going to be up and no good. Rebounded by Castanuela. She gets it out to Delgado. Delgado now over on the left to Heron. Heron now to Jimenez. Jimenez into the lane. Castanuela's shot is going to be up and good for 8 points on the night for Castanuela. Now Staley, and she is fouled from the back, and that will be by Jimenez. That will be her first. So that will send Staley to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. So Fort Lupton will take a timeout, so we'll take one with them here with the Mustangs up 41-31 with 1:53 to go here on B106 and B106.com. 1:53 to go here in the fourth period of play with the Mustangs up by 10, 41-31. Had been an 18-point lead. Fort Lupton has whittled it down now to 10. So Lauren Staley back to the line where she is just 2 of 4 so far from the stripe tonight. So we'll see if she gets the first. It is off to the side and no good. Out of bounds off of Heron, so the Lady Mustangs will inbounds right of their basket baseline. With Staley to inbounds, they look. That was a weird. It was blocked by the Blue Devils, and then when Lauren Staley came in, she grabbed it, and then the ref stopped the play. And I don't know why the ref way out top here stopped it when the ref right under there saw what was going on, so they need to get the ball in. They get it into Baca, but it's off of her hands. Then Castanuela picks it up. On the break, though, is Morgan. Her layup is going to be up and no good. Rebounded, though, finally taken by Staley. She's got determination on her mind. Looks like on her face. Underneath to Frick as she loses control of it. And out of bounds by Fort Lupton, so the Mustangs will take over. Left baseline with 1:30 goes still up 10 as Lewis comes in for Baca. You get it into Lewis in the corner now to Winsheimer across to Mussman. Mussman now to Staley in the lane. Her shot is up and no good. No foul called. And off of Lewis and out of bounds with 1:19 to go here. The Mustangs still up 10. With the Mustangs backing off their full court press with Delgado now bringing the ball up court. She kicks it off out into the corner to Jimenez. Jimenez drives it in, stopped by Lewis. There's going to be a foul called, and that looks like that will be on Morgan. That will be her third. So that will send Lauren Staley to the line once again to shoot. This will be a 2-shot foul, as that is 10 team fouls on the Blue Devils, 8 on the Lady Mustangs with 1:07 to go. First shot is up and good by Staley. 13 points on the night for Staley. Her second shot is up and also good. Now Fort Lupton to get the ball in. They get it up to Delgado. She gets it across half court, gets it over to Jimenez. Jimenez drives it down the right side now to Castanuela. She drives it into the lane. They're going to call the shot is going to be good. They're going to call a foul on the shot. And that foul will go against Lewis, her second. So Castanuela with the bucket and the free throw coming up here. 10-point lead with 57.5 seconds to go. Castanuela, her free throw is up and good. So we'll see what Got a timeout called here. It's a full timeout, so we'll take one with them. Mustangs up 43-34 on B106 and B106.com. 57.5 seconds left. The Lady Mustangs up 8 as they look to get the ball in. They get it in over the head of Lewis, and turnover. Morgan gets it. Delgado with a 3, and that's off the backboard. No good. Rebounded by Jimenez in the corner. Now a pass. Nice job by Lewis. Let's see if she can run it down, and she does in the backcourt. Her shot is going to be up and no good. No foul called in the backcourt. Now they're going to call a foul in the backcourt on the Mustangs. We'll see who it's called on. I'm not sure they're not sure who they're calling it on. I thought it was on Fort Morgan, but they're going to call it on. It is on the Mustangs. That will be on Haley Lewis, her 3rd. So that will send Georgie Heron to the line. For the 2 shots where she is 4 of 4. 10 team fouls on the Lady Mustangs. First free throw is off the back of the rim and no good. Still an 8-point lead with 38.9 seconds to go here. Heron with her second shot coming up here, and that one is up and in. 5 of 6 here in the 4th period, where Lawrence Daly gets the ball up court as it's off of, I believe it's tipped. I don't know how they decide that. She didn't know who it was. The other refs were clear out of position. So they're going to give the ball to the Lady Blue Devils, but they throw it away down court. Now a foul is called in the back court on Morgan. That will be 4 on Morgan. And it's gotten a lot closer than it should, and it's getting pretty chippy out there right now. The Mustangs still up 8, 43-35, with Haley Lewis going to the line to shoot 2. So she can help put this game away here with 30 seconds left. Make a couple of free throws. And she will shoot her first, and that is off the rim and no good. So then we'll see what she does with foul shot number 2, and that is up and good. So now we have an intentional foul, 23 against the girl's name is Morgan for the Fort Lupton Blue Devils. I didn't see what happened, but it was an intentional foul they called. It was way away from the ball. So let's see who they send to the free throw line. Kinsey Winsheimer must have been who she fouled, so Winsheimer will go to the line to shoot a pair, and this will be her first ones of the night. They have Morgan fouling out. I only have hers. Yeah, it was her 5th. So that free throw was up and good by Kinsey. 3 points on the night for Winsheimer. She will get a second, and it is also good. So now a 10-point lead. 11-point lead, with 30 seconds left. So we'll see it was an intentional foul, so it should be Fort Morgan basketball. And they will inbounds in front of the scorer's table. As Coach Kreckemeyer gives them some instructions here on how to get the ball in. And they do get it into Staley in the back court. So up 11. There should have been a foul called, and they don't call a. Delgado tried to, she grabs Staley out there. They don't call it. And then something happens in the lane. Sends Staley to the line anyway. So she will shoot 2. Where she is 4 of 6 from the free throw line. Misses the first, so she will get the second, and that one is good. 12-point lead with 20 seconds to go. Delgado with the ball. She passes it off to Castanuela in the corner. She's going to drive it down the right side, and she is going to be fouled by Lewis. That will be 4 on Lewis, but that will send Castanuela to the free throw line, where she is 1 of 1 so far. So we have 11.2 seconds to go. Lady Mustangs up 47-35, with Nestor ready to come back into the game for the Mustangs. Free throw is up and good. So Nestor comes in for Lewis. Lewis with only four fouls, so she did not foul out, but Nestor in to finish out the game with 11.2 seconds. Castanuela, free throw off the back of the rim, and it falls through. So now Winsheimer on the far side, and she's going to loses the ball out of bounds with 8.2 seconds. 47-37, 10-point lead as the Mustangs, as Castanuela tries a three and comes up empty. Now into the corner, Heron Delgado with a three, and that is off the backboard and no good. So at the end of the game, the Lady Mustangs come away victorious, 47-37. We will be back with the post-game show after a 3-minute break on B106 and B106.com. This Fort Morgan Mustangs post-game show is brought to you by Morgan Community College. Find out why Morgan Community College is the best choice for your higher education. Visit MCC online at www.morgancc.edu or stop by the campus for a personal advising session. MCC, here to help you imagine your possibilities, believe in yourself, and achieve your goals. So the Lady Mustangs come away victorious tonight with a 47-37 win over the Lady Blue Devils. Scoring for the Blue Devils was Delgado with 11, Jimenez with 4, Castanuela with 13, Heron with 7, and Fletcher with 2 for their 37 points. For the Lady Mustangs, leading the way tonight is Staley with 15, Haley Lewis with 14, Allie Keller with 6, Kinsey Winsheimer with 4, Lindsay Nestor with 2, and Abby Mussman with 1 for the 47 points for the Lady Mustangs. And from the free throw line tonight was, they were 15 of 24 were the Lady Mustangs for 62.5%. The Lady Blue Devils were 9 of 13 for 69%. As far as turnovers, here we had a total of each with 30. The Mustangs out-rebounded the Blue Devils 27-19. And also we left out one of the scorers with Christina Frick, and she had 5. So nice job here by the Lady Mustangs tonight to go 3-0 in league. And that followed the victory by the boys tonight, as they won 66-55. So next up for the two teams will be this Friday night at home, where we will have both games, as the boys and girls will host the Alameda Pirates. The boys game at 5:30, the girls game will be at 7, and we will have both of those games for you right here on B106 and B106.com. So I think we're going to go ahead and close this out as they're closing things up here at the gym. The sound engineer and producer at Fort Morgan Mustangs basketball has been Michaela Clipper. For Claudia Nickel, I'm Brian Nickel. Once again, the final scores tonight were the boys winning 66-55, the girls winning 47-37. You've been listening to Fort Morgan Mustangs basketball on B106 and B106.com. Good night, everybody.